Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about what it takes to get into an Ivy League school. Now, this is a question I had in high school, and I'm sure it's a question that lots of you had. I just wish that when I was in high school, there were resources available to teach me what it really takes to get into an Ivy League school. I didn't know anybody who'd gone to one at the time, and so I had to kind of, figure it out from there. Disclaimer, I do not go to an Ivy League school. I chose to go a different path. But when I was in high school, I attended a scholarship program known as the United States Senate Youth Program, a prestigious award that is only given to 2 students from every state of the United States. All of us were flown to DC to be able to meet the President of the United States, over 70 senators, and some Supreme Court justices. At this event, I was able to meet tons of students who now all go to Ivy Leagues and who were much more amazing than I am. While I was there, I learned a lot about what it takes to get into an Ivy League school, and in the end decided not to go to one. But we'll talk a little bit more on that later, why, and see if it's something that you would want to do or not want to do. But let's get started. In society, in our lives, we have this idea that's fed to us all the time that we need to be a well-rounded person, somebody who's a little bit good at everything so that we're likable, so that we can succeed in life. This kind of teaching shows up in students who become tri-sport athletes, which some of you may be, who decide that they're going to be the president of several clubs, the president of their school. They try to do everything. And I understand you. I know what it's like because I was that student. I bought into that ideal and I thought that's something that I needed to be able to get into an Ivy League school. But as it turns out, after talking to all these students that are now my friends from this event, after talking to people on admissions boards of these schools, I've realized that that is the opposite of what you want. To get into an Ivy League school, you need a very, very strong niche spike. Instead of having a round concentric circle, you have a smaller circle with a very large spike going through it of talent in some niche area. The more unique your talent and the higher level of achievement, the better. For example, if a board of admissions was to decide between a student who had a 4.0 GPA, was the captain of several sports teams, and also the president of a few clubs, versus a student who maybe wasn't as involved but was a world-class cellist and had received acclaim globally for his cello talent, the university without doubt would pick the cellist, because when they're trying to build an Ivy League university, they're trying to build diversity. They're trying to bring together several extreme talents from all around to build a team that's going to be the next leaders of the future and be able to interact with each other in creative ways. The fact of the matter is, there's lots of people out there who are tri-sport athletes. There's lots of people out there who are well-rounded, but there are not lots of people who are the world-class cellist, who are the world-class rower. To give you guys some of the examples of what it takes to get in, I'm going to list some of my friends from this program that were able to get in and what niches they covered and what their specific talents were. One of my friends that got into one of these universities was very talented at rowing. And because of that very niche, strong talent, he was able to get into an Ivy League university. Another one worked at NASA since she was 16 years old and competed at a high level in the Department of Physics and Sciences, as well as participated in lots of research opportunities. Another one of these individuals started his own company where he, prior to applying to college, had somewhere over 10,000 employees. Various other students started individual nonprofits that were able to make impacts on their local communities as well as the global community. It's very possible that although you think an Ivy League university might be for you, it might not be all that you think it is. There might be better options. I know in my life I had to come to terms with that, and I decided not to go to one of those universities. Here is my 2 cents on the subject. If you plan on going to a 4-year degree, if you plan on getting a 4-year degree somewhere, then you should go to the Ivy League. Because at the Ivy League, your value of your degree comes from the name of the Ivy League. The fact that you have worked so hard to get in and the prestige of the university, and that will be a direct output on people who try to recruit you from that university. However, if you are trying to go to some sort of graduate school, medical school, dental school, it will not benefit you. A 4.0 GPA from Harvard University will be almost equivalent to a 4.0 GPA from any other university in the United States. It will be more beneficial for you if you are seeking graduate education, specifically things like medical school, to go to a cheaper university that you could get a scholarship to, go debt-free, and be more competitive. Malcolm Gladwell teaches this concept very well when he talks about his big fish, little pond theory. The fact of the matter is you will perform better than your peers if you are somebody who could get into an Ivy League and chose to go to a different university. That will be a great advantage to you, and all the resources will be pooled to help you out. This is why in the end I chose not to go to an Ivy League university. Because going to a university at that level, although it is a very unique and special opportunity, it wasn't going to benefit me the same way it would benefit other people. I plan on going to medical school. And so things that are important are the opportunities I receive while in my undergraduate education, my GPA, and my MCAT score. I hope that this has been helpful. If you ever get discouraged, just know you can do it. Getting into an Ivy League is something that's very difficult. And if that's for you, you go get it. This is your dream. And if you put in the work, you can do it. I will see you guys next week. And thank you very much.